This is Leonore, and this is Riley. We're going live today on both Instagram and YouTube. We really want audience participation here. Riley's just setting up on his YouTube page. Riley, what's your what's your name? How can they find you on Instagram?
Rock Aries 9.
Rock underscore.
Mm-hmm.
So ROC, you can find Riley at ROC underscore Aries.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making sure because I don't think that's it, Riley.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
It's ROC underscore 36 Aries, okay?
Yeah, that's
36 Aries, ROC underscore 36 Aries. If you want to subscribe, well, not subscribe, but follow Riley. But you could also follow us at Riley and Leonore on Instagram. We do have our own Instagram page. Riley just has a lot more subscribers on, a lot more followers on his own personal page. But anyway, I'm here on YouTube, and we wanted to promote. We're really here to really promote our Patreon page because we do have extended videos that we're working on, and we've been working on, not only for the month of July, but for the entire summer. We're trying to do some vlogs. We definitely are going to touch on topics when it comes to men, women, relationships, astrology, self-help. So the reason why we wanted to do a live chat, just to see if you guys have any questions when it comes to astrology, self-help, men, women, relationships.
Absolutely. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody that subscribed to the existing Patreon page. It's been phenomenal support from everyone. We are definitely going to upload some more videos by the month of July, by July. So thank you guys for the support, and we're going to just keep making more, creative content. Reason why we're doing the today live, I figure people may have some questions in regards to astrology and relationships and how they're applicable, and what's going on in your personal lives. Star signs, rising signs, moon signs.
Yeah.
Those are called the big three. Those are very important in how they relate to relationships and how you will be able to function with the opposing person. So if anybody has any questions, anything that they want to say, they want to add, by all means, you're more than welcome to chime in and definitely give us your point of view.
Yeah. So one of the things that we're doing on Patreon is consultation. What is it?
Instagram page.
But this is not where you're live. I don't know where you're live.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were live at Rock underscore 36 Aries.
That's my mom. I'm not here.
All right, so you're live somewhere else. I don't know. I don't even know where you're live. But anyway, I know that Instagram, you guys are at least here. Thank you for just chiming in. But one of the things that I was asking Riley about is what are men talking about nowadays? One of the biggest topics is obviously we're here to talk about men, women, relationships, astrology, but what is it that men want to know? What is it that men are talking about? And women, if you're listening to, what is it that you want to know? What's trending? What is the questions out there? Because this is what we're here for. What are the questions out there that you have? And it doesn't necessarily have to be about partnerships or relationships. It could also be about astrology. One of the other questions is, hi Tanya, good morning. One of the other
Hey Tanya, how you doing?
One of the other questions that you could ask is compatibility and incompatibility. So I don't know if you know your partner's sun sign. So for example, Riley's an Aries. I know a lot of you on Instagram already know that. I'm a Scorpio. So we're in a partnership. There is a partnership going on here, but it's not intimate. So it doesn't matter if it's a family member, if it's your spouse, if it's your partner, if it's a work partner. Let us know if you want to know any compatibility or incompatibility when it comes to sun signs as well. So those are things that we're as far as consultation, that's what we're doing on Patreon. Right, Riley?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Riley had an amazing. Are those the people that are now?
To the active.
How come it's not? You should be. You should be. They should be asking. Like I should be seeing things. All right. Well, Tanya. Thank you. So Tanya, I know Tanya, if you're still here, I know you had a question last time we went live on, I do remember specifically you asking if, what's wrong with being friends with the opposite sex. I know Riley and I had made a video about it, but we could talk about that. If you want to move on from that and do something else, we could do that. But I know that a lot of people, always wonder if Riley and I are in a relationship, and we're not in a relationship. But there's no reason why you should not be friends with, but this is where astrology comes in, right, Riley? Like, I was just saying Aries and Scorpio are pretty much compatible. Like, I could be friends with an Aries sun sign because it's ruled by the same planet, which is Mars. Wake Up, I know I saw you. Hi, Wake Up. So we just wanted to know any questions. What else can we talk about, Riley?
Does anybody have any questions for me to answer? I'll be more than happy to.
Do you want to use your phone and go on Instagram?
No, they pause it for a reason.
All right. Okay.
They're telling
All right.
followers to join their video.
So Tanya, I just saw your question. Hold on. All right. So Tanya, why do people assume female? Right. Why do people assume female wants to have sex? Assume female wants to have sex when talking to a male, not consider, might want to talk about anything other than shopping. Does that really depend on the person's astrological like sun sign? Like, like if Tanya goes up to someone, she doesn't want to start an intimate relationship. She's curious. She wants to know. She wants to learn. And then people just assume that they're like dating, or that particular person may feel uncomfortable. What are some good platonic relationships as far as sun signs, Riley? Like good platonic relationships.
Well, let me answer her original question before I jump into the astrological aspect of platonic. I think it's very important that when you say people assume, I would like to tap into the word assume as how it's applied to what has been established proactively or conversation-wise where there is no assumption. Because for one to assume, that either means that they're taking upon themselves to already think something that's not, that doesn't really exist, or there's been a conversation that they may feel there's a reason for it to exist. So if that hasn't been established as far as a proactive conversation, it's easy for people to assume anything.
But I feel like it's first of all, it's nobody's business if it's someone else assuming, and even if it's someone you care about, and they genuinely want to know, are you guys seeing each other? Why is that the first thing on people's minds? So, sorry, Riley is having problems with Instagram big time. I personally don't like Instagram. Yeah. I think as far as platonic relationships may work with two signs that have the same binary function. A planet that has two signs basically that has a binary function. So Mercury rules like Virgo and Gemini. I've seen people be and this is still applying to the same question to you, Tanya, as far as like platonic relationships that really work. As far as so let's say Mercury has Virgo and Gemini. Platonic relationships will really work with that planet. And of course, not just platonic relationships, but obviously if it goes a little further, it goes a little further. Another binary planet, another binary functional planet is Venus. Venus rules both Libra and Taurus. And Libra and Taurus, I think they could work as far as platonic relationship. They have the same similarities when it comes to, like, they have the same opinions about everything. Even fire signs to a certain extent. Hi, Savvy. And what's another binary function? Aquarius and Capricorn can work. They are both ruled by Saturn as far as platonic relationships. But Riley's like intensely into this. But I don't know. I mean, hi, Diamond. Is there anyone out there? What I really wanted to know as far as compatibility and incompatibility, what sun sign are you, and what sun sign is your partner, or a friend, or a co-worker? Is there anyone that generally wants to know if there are sun signs that are compatible or even incompatible out there? So Diamond, you're a Gemini and your crush is a Cancer. Gemini and Cancer. We fight a lot. Yeah, I was used to just see my face like Gemini and Cancer. Gemini and Cancer. What do you say about Gemini and Cancer? As far as Diamond says that they fight a lot. So her crush and her don't. They have their moments. Compatibility.
Gemini and Cancer. You're dealing with two different elements. One water, and one air. And when you're dealing with the air element of Gemini, you have to understand that everything is going to be coming from a more logical perspective, as opposed to Cancer, which is more of an emotional perspective. So there has to be some middle ground, because because they're both necessary. The only problem is when to use what at what time to create the necessary benefit. The air sign tend to think people think that the air signs are mean or miserable, but that's not always the case. I think it has a lot to do with they're thinking way beyond just the surface level. A lot of times they're thinking more or less beyond the level of what's the bigger picture, whereas sometimes the emotional side, or the water side I should say, is thinking of how they feel about the current situation. Not saying that the other can't do the other. It's just more or less when you pull from that sun energy, you're going to be dealing with more of trying to balance out the difference between I feel and I think.
Mm-hmm.
So the solution is that you have to have these conversations when everything seems to be even keeled, not when there's an argument. Because when it's an argument, you're gonna stick to your thought process of being intellectually right. They're gonna stick to their process of being emotionally sound or emotionally right. Doesn't mean that the logical person is correct. Doesn't mean that the emotional person is correct. But each one is gonna hold on to what they're comfortable because that's what gets them through the day.
Yeah, and Wake Up just made a good point. She has both Gemini and Cancer. Has a person. She says she goes through inner conflict, just with that duality of air placement and water placement. But water water is really a feeling type of sign, and air is a more logical type of sign. So I could understand the inner conflict. It's two different love languages. You guys have to really look like at your Venus placement and at your person's Venus placement, because even though you may know your person's sun sign, the Venus placement is honestly where I like to look at when I am seeing a potential partner or in a relationship with someone, because your Venus, your Venus is in Cancer. Wake Up! Wow. Yeah, Venus in Cancer is serious, real fast, real quick. And it's hard for them to let go of a water placement. It doesn't matter if it's Venus in Scorpio. Actually, Venus in Scorpio is at its fall. It's at its detriment. Understand that Venus rules Taurus and Libra. So to have to have it in a water sign, especially Scorpio, Venus represents beauty, creativity, love, passion. So to have it in a house with it kind of rules, like a serious, like Cancer can be very serious real quick. Scorpio could be real serious real quick. But to have it in let's say like a Venus and a Gemini, they could be heartbroken, but a Gemini will move on. A Venus and Gemini person will move on real quick, real fast. More so than a Venus in Scorpio or a Venus in a fixed sign, especially a fixed water sign. Hi, Infinite. And especially if it's conjunct with the sun, like if your Venus is conjunct with the sun or the moon, that could mean that's even double the situation there, as far as intensity or non-intensity. Yes, my cousin Gemini is ready to say peace out, but Cancer says wait. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the thing about the Cancer, the way they attach themselves to things, they take a little bit longer to emotionally detach. So they will actually hang around longer than they're probably supposed to anyway. It just because they will now, off the record, on the record, Cancers they can be loyal cheaters. They can actually not want to let you go, but if they don't feel that they're being loved, they will find somebody for the moment. They don't want to let you go. I call them loyal cheaters all the time. So don't think just because they say I don't leave you, don't mean that they won't step out. It just means that they're loyal, emotionally attached to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so those are one of the things that Riley and I we're going to really talk about. We have more content coming out on the Riley. I'm going to put up all the links once the stream is on. We're going to end the stream and go live on Instagram in about it's Rock. If you guys want to join us, it's going to be under Rock, ROC _36 Aries. You could follow Riley there, because we're gonna go live there. We're having problems. We're still having problems with it, but thank you for those who are joining me on YouTube. We're gonna go live, and we're gonna try to go live again tomorrow on YouTube and talk more about astrology. If you guys want to join us to talk about more about astrology and compatibility, if anyone wants to stick around and say, ask anything about, again, it could be self-help, it could be astrology, it could be about relationships, this is why we're here, honestly, okay? All right, so we're gonna say peace out. Sorry, it was really short. We just wanted to do something really short and quick. We're gonna try to go live on Instagram. Not on I know some of you really already know my Instagram page, but again, it's going to be, you're welcome, Diamond. Thank you for coming in. ROC_36 Aries, ARIES, okay? It's Riley's page. All right. Welcome. Bye, Tanya. Thank you for stopping by. We'll come live hopefully tomorrow, but of course I'll send out a notification. Bye, Infinite. Thank you.